Am I live? I have no clue. I'm doing the whole new thing right now, and I don't know what's going on. It it just says I'm live. Okay. I hope so. If anybody starts joining in, that would be really cool. I'm also a little nervous whether or not this is actually going to work. Okay. All right, real quick guys. Can you hear me? Like, can you hear me? I really need... You can hear me. Okay. So, hey Jeremy, hey Bushcraft, hey Jose, hey Sosa, hey Shields, hey Yizzle, hey Eliza, hey Alex, hey Hostile Warrior, hey Ryan, hey Dylan. But seriously though, how does the audio sound? Does the video look okay? Because I got a new webcam. I got a pretty nice webcam, and then I'm also using an XSplit recorder, so I'm like doing this totally different than I did before. So yeah. So how does everything sound? How does everything look? So everything's good. That is literally like pretty much the main purpose of this live stream right now. Pretty much. Can I like see? Let me move this out of the way. And I can actually, cool thing here is the video didn't actually take forever to live stream. So anyways, video and audio look good. Didn't think there was anything off. Okay, that's really good. That's really good because I paid a little bit for this thing. So anyways, I got a little bit of time tonight, guys, and since, let me minimize this because that's annoying. Got a little bit of time tonight, so we can talk for a little bit about anything y'all want. We can talk about whatever. Love your flag. I know it's awesome. It is. Oops. Did something just happen? I don't know. Did something just happen? My stream just froze. But anyways, yeah, the flag is something that I bought. I really want something that's coming up here soon, guys, is this flag. I want to have like that entire wall be like one of those big wooden flags, you know what I'm talking about? Like where like it's a whole bunch of like 2x4s and stuff, and I wanted to put that on the wall and I want to kind of build it myself, but that's going to take a lot of time and then some money and stuff like that, and you know, in the meantime I got that. So anyways, Terrell Davis, you're such a big help, man. Thank you. Alright, so I saw your video and I want need to know info before I signed for 14 Tango. Thanks for the help, my dude. Your videos help me so much. Keep the good videos coming. You guys say so many positive things. So many positive things. When did I graduate basic? July 24th, 2015. I believe. I can't wait to graduate in 3.5 years and join the Army. Thanks. So you're what, like a freshman in high school right now? Freshman in high school. The church I started to go to has something like that. It's dope. Oh, like a big wooden flag? Is that what you're talking about? Anyways. So this, yeah, again, this stream is just going to be something real quick, I guess. So I recently saw you on the Army searches. Just saying you're great. Thank you. I do have a question. Can you talk about how barracks is like? For example, like the relation between soldiers. So how barracks is like. So like the barracks are basically just going to be like a whole bunch of bunk beds beside each other. And then what that's like, it's, I don't know. Let me reread your question. Can you talk about how barracks is, for example, like the relation between soldiers? I mean, it's kind of like if you, again, you have bunk beds everywhere, and if you ever went to like a camp when you were a kid, it's kind of similar to that. Like you're going to be friends with the people who you're around and you're with and stuff like that. And yeah, I mean, how strict are they on running, preparing, but still worried? So basically, like the running aspect of basic training, like if you are physically prepared on the running aspect, like it's just going to be easier for you because like you're not only going to be doing the PT test, which you have to run obviously, but you're not going to do that all the time. You're only going to do that like every 3 or 4 weeks. But like you're going to be rucking everywhere, so it's good to have good cardio, and then you're going to be running everywhere as well. So like the drill sergeants are going to be yelling at you, you're going to have a whole bunch of stuff that you're carrying around, and you're going to have to run really far back and forth, and you're going to get smoked a lot. So the better your cardio is, the easier that's going to be. So what are Saturdays like at basic training? Exactly like every other day at basic training. So Monday through Saturday is like the work day when you're doing all the normal stuff. So you'll wake up, you'll go to PT, you'll go to breakfast, you'll go leave and do whatever you're going to do for training that day. Then you're going to come back and have some time in the barracks. So anyways, Saturdays are basically like any other day. I'm about to take my ASVAB. Okay, good luck to you. Good luck to you. Shouldn't be too bad. As long as you think you're good, I think you won't have a problem. If you've ever taken like an SAT or anything like that before, you'll be fine, I think. Good community for a good man who helps good system. I like that, Shields. Thank you. Thank you. I leave on the 19th. Good luck. Good luck. There's a lot of you are leaving like right now. We're like in December and it's going to be real cold. Plus you guys are going to be gone for the Christmas break, so you're going to be gone for like a month and a half if you left right now, and then you're going to come home for 2 weeks. So it's going to be like good and bad. So like if you come home for the block leave during Christmas, like you're going to be like, oh man, it's so nice, I'm going home. But then like at the end of it, you got to go back to basic training, which is going to suck. Or you'll go back to AIT. Like it's good and bad. Testing out a new setup. Oh. Oops. Did I update that yet? Did it update the title for you guys? Thanks. Guess what? Alright. Yizzle. Alright, I've told you about my wife. She has FW. Okay, next weekend, but during the 8-mile ruck march, she got super severe blisters on her feet. I hope it doesn't recycle her back. No, I think she will be okay. There's a lot of people that get blisters all the time. Anyways, worst experience in your whole career. Worst experience in my whole career. Let's think about this for just a second. Worst experience in my whole career. I'm going to come back to that one. I'm going to think about it, but then I'm going to come back to it. What about the combatives at basic? There's not that much combatives. I've heard that recently in the past year or two they've increased the amount of combatives training, but we only did it like twice. I think we were supposed to do it a few more times, but they were just like, you're never going to be in hand-to-hand combat with somebody, so like, we'll teach you more important things that you're actually going to use, so they didn't really teach us a whole lot. But the 2 times that they did do combatives with us, it was nothing special. I've done some MMA and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu before in the past, and what they teach at basic training is nothing special whatsoever. Anyways. What is your MOS? It was 25 Bravo, which is an IT specialist, and then now I'm currently a cadet, so I don't have an MOS, kind of. It's like 09 uniform or something. I don't really know what that is. I think it's just like a placeholder thing for a cadet. But I basically just got the 25 Alpha slot, which is a signal officer. So I'll be that next, which will be a signal officer. How do you rank up in the Army National Guard? The same way everybody else ranks up. She gave her moleskin. Yeah, moleskin should help a lot. Yizzle. Moleskin should help a lot. We did combatives twice as well. Yeah, like they don't really go all that in depth on combatives. Like, it's just not that big of a deal, honestly. It's really not. Bushcraft doesn't say you had asthma. I'm joining the National Guard in a year. Nice. Do you know anything about... Nope, I do not know anything about PSYOP. What is a good overseas base? Well, like if you're talking about just in other countries, like anything in Europe is pretty awesome. And then Korea is actually pretty cool as well. Like I've only heard good things about Korea. Korea now is like just super nice to go to. So if you ever go to Korea, like, it's not bad at all. What PT do you do on days you're not running in basic, like workouts? So you have muscle failure days, and then you have running cardio days. And your running days are Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. The muscle failure days are Tuesday and Thursday. And at basic training, you're going to, on one of those days, do like push-ups and sit-ups, and then do the climbing drills, which is like the pull-ups and stuff like that. So you're literally going to do 2 minutes of push-ups, switch, do 2 minutes of sit-ups, switch, do a minute and a half of push-ups, switch, do a minute and a half of sit-ups, switch again, do a minute of push-ups, and then you're going to do that down to like 30 seconds. That's what they did for us. And then you're going to switch with a whole nother platoon, and you're going to go and do some pull-ups and do the climbing drills. Anyways, I'm probably going to do this live stream just a little bit longer. I have got a lot of work to do. But on a side note, I am going to be playing Call of Duty tomorrow. So you can add me on my Xbox, Shoot 'em Up 1993. So it's the same as my YouTube, but it's 1993 instead of 89. And I'm going to be playing Call of Duty tomorrow. So anyways. I lost somebody's. One thing that sucks, show cardio right. Gosh, I'm missing y'all's comments. What's the worst, muscle failure or cardio? I mean, I thought like the muscle failure days were boring, and then the cardio days you just run. So I think they're both kind of fine. I didn't really mind them too much. But obviously, if you hate running and doing like a 3-mile run, then you're gonna hate the cardio days. But you don't always do a 3-mile run too. You'll do 6120s and 3060s and stuff like that, and you'll do AGR runs. Well, finally I get to watch a live stream, and it's going to be a short live stream. I'm sorry that you finally catching one. So, do you play Rainbow Six? No. You should get a PS4? No. I have an Xbox One, but I'm not going to get a PS4 because I don't play video games enough anymore to justify paying that much on it. I used to when the Xbox One came out, I got it as soon as I could, which was like 6 months or so after it came out. But like at the time, I actually played video games a lot, and now I don't really play but like maybe one game of Call of Duty every 6 months. So, anyways. Pros and cons of running on treadmill versus grass and sidewalks. I don't recommend running on grass because you could twist your ankle, but running on sidewalks I think is good. And okay, so pros and cons. Running on a treadmill is great, especially if you're first starting out and you don't like running on the sidewalk and doing all that stuff, and you want that motivation or just to keep on going, because the treadmill, all you got to do is just stay on it. You just got to stay on it and keep your legs moving, and you're going to keep on running. When you're running outside, it's not like that. You'll slow down a lot if you're not really good at running. But then at the same time, for me, like running on a treadmill long distance freaking sucks. Like I do run 5 miles on a treadmill. Like that's so freaking boring. I would much rather run 5 miles outside, running big laps like around my neighborhood here, or just something like that's much better. But when you're preparing for basic training, I suggest running outside, because running on a treadmill is a lot softer on your feet and on your legs and stuff. And if you're used to running on that, you might get shin splints and stuff once you just transition over to running on the regular ground. So that's the biggest thing for me, is it's just soft on your feet. Yeah, you're right. Running on cement does have a greater pushback force than asphalt. Dirt is better. But yeah, like I just said, like when you're at basic training and stuff, you're going to be running on the road, you're going to be running on sidewalks and stuff like that. You will run on tracks as well, but like if you don't ever run outside and you've been running on a treadmill the entire time, then you might have like some shin splints and stuff like that. What do you think is great food to send someone deployed? Candy. Because like when you're deployed, the food is actually pretty good. The food when you're deployed is way better than the food that you get when you're stateside on a post. It's way better. So like if you're gonna send somebody food, just send them like candy or something that they can't get, because they're gonna be eating steak, they're gonna be eating really good food, steak and ribs and lobster and stuff like that. They're gonna be literally having that food when they're deployed, so they're not gonna be missing, a cheeseburger or anything. What workout to increase push-ups? You should watch my How to Max the Push-Ups video. What if I run better on terrain than a track? Can I run on terrain for my PT test? No, they're not going to do that. For the PT test, it's either going to be on a track or on a road probably, but you're not going to get to pick. You're just going to do it wherever they tell you to. My wife loves the food at basic training. Sometimes it seems like she eats better than me. The food isn't all that bad. I just got tired of it personally, especially the breakfast food. I got really tired of the breakfast food, like the pancakes and the waffles and stuff. Like the first couple weeks, I thought it was great. The last couple weeks, I was dying. And then whenever I got to AIT, because my AIT was 21 weeks long, like the last 5 weeks of AIT, I was just like, screw this food, man. Screw it. Track is so boring. Yeah, so like for me, I prefer doing a PT test on a track, because I like tracking my mile pace. So if I'm trying to do a good pace for my mile, I'm going to try and get my lap time somewhere around like a minute 34, a minute 40 or so, I think, for each lap, and I'll know if I'm slowing down. And I don't like doing down and back tracks, which we do a good bit, but I hate doing those because I don't really know how I'm going until once I get to the end. So like if I'm going to get my 2-mile run under 13 minutes, then my first mile has to be somewhere right around or just above a 6-minute flat. So if I do a 6-minute and 10-second first mile, then I'm going to be able to get the second mile and get that under 13 minutes. But like if I'm doing down and back, I don't like doing that because like I don't really know how I'm doing until I get down to the end. But anyways. By the end of training, you're just ready to be done with everything. Yeah, for sure. She did tell me she never wants to eat eggs and bacon again until she's craving it because it's all she eats. Yeah, like the bacon for some reason in the Army and the DFACs is like super, super, super salty. Like there's something about it that they do. Like it's salty. Where's the mirror? The mirror's the mirror's right over there. I just have the camera pointed a different way, so it's like right there. Anyways, can you go for seconds when you eat at basic? No. You could try. You could try. Oh man, that would be hilarious to see somebody try and go for. Oh man, that would be so funny to see somebody try to go back and get seconds at basic. Oh my gosh, that would be. I would like love to see that. That would be hilarious. Oh my goodness. Is the time of night you usually go live? Is this the time of night I usually go live? No, I usually go live somewhere around 6 to 7 o'clock. But if you follow me on Snapchat, you'll know that I was just at my little brother's football game. So today was his last football game. He plays on the varsity at his high school. And so I just got back from there, and I got this new webcam in today, and I wanted to test it out. So I'm doing this. And also, again, like I'm not going to be doing this super late. I'll probably go till 11:30 here my time, just because it's late and I got some work to do. Anyways. In basic training, do you guys stop the training a week before family day and graduation day? Basically, yeah. So when you're at basic training, you're going to be training every day. Then you're going to get to the final FTX. Once you get to the final FTX, which is in blue phase, you're going to do that, and then you're going to do Nick at Night and the 16K Ruck March. Whether or not the Nick at Night is before or after the 16K or during the FTX, that kind of varies. It kind of varies from basic training to basic training. But Nick at Night is whenever you're low crawling across the field and they're firing bullets across your above you or whatever. It's really cool. It's also extremely tiring. But yeah, so you're going to do that. And once you finish the 16K Ruck March, which is after the final FTX, which when that is over, you have about a week left of basic training. That final week of basic training, you are literally going to be basically cleaning all of your equipment, organizing, scrubbing the floors, just cleaning everything every single day, like non-stop, and that's what you're going to be doing every day until a couple days or the day before family day. You're going to practice for family day, and you're going to practice for graduation, and then that's what you're going to do. So thank you, coffee. I don't know how to say that, but thank you. But yeah, so like the last week of basic training is literally your cleaning. Like we went around, we cleaned all of our gear. There was the PT field where we did PT in the mornings, and there was a track around it, and there was a sand pit. So it was sand in the middle of this PT field. And if you go to Fort Benning, you're going to be in sand all the time. That's why they call it Sand Hill. Like, there's just freaking sand everywhere. But we literally spent 2 days picking weeds around the entire battalion area. Like, with our hands, just going around picking weeds. And we spent a lot of time doing that. And then also, we just, like, cleaned all of our gear. You're hand scrubbing everything. You're gonna clean, like, your hands off. And then you have to organize and get everything ready to turn in, and we do, like, it's just so much, guys. Like, you do so much cleaning the last week, it's ridiculous. Oh, bad times, bad memories. Oh, worst experience of basic training, probably that last week of cleaning. I freaking hated it. But also, you're like, oh, this is the last week of basic training. So, what is Christmas break if you decide to stay and not go home? I leave for basic training in a week. I think when you're at basic training, they force you to go home. When you're at AIT, you have the option of going home. But if you do stay at basic training, if that is an option, then you're basically going to be sitting in a holding company, and you're probably going to be extremely bored. But again, I'm pretty sure they force you to go home if you're at basic training for block leave. But then if you're at AIT for block leave, you have the option of going home. And if you're at AIT for block leave, then again, you'll go to a holding company where where everybody who has stayed for the block leave is going to be in this one barracks. And in AIT, you'll be able to watch movies and do all this stuff and do whatever the heck you want. But anyways, did you ever work out with your recruiters before your ship date? Yeah, whenever I went, there was that future soldier training that you went to, and I think it was like every Wednesday for us. And I only went like a couple times, I think. I went a couple times. My recruiter knew that I was in shape. I was running the best shape that I've ever been in personally. Like, I'm in pretty good shape now. But the best shape I've ever been in personally, the most calisthenic shape, body weight exercises and stuff, was before I left for basic training. I was running a lot. And yeah, I was doing like 300 or 400 push-ups a day, and I was doing like 300 or 400 pull-ups a day, and I was running like 4 miles a day every single day, working out like twice a day. I was getting super ready for basic training, and freaking thank you, Clint. Love your videos. I'm the National Guard. Wait, well, thank you. That is freaking awesome. It always blows my mind that you guys will donate to me, and I know I work really hard on these videos, but man, it's awesome. I lost my train of thought. But yeah, so I was in really good shape whenever I was leaving for basic training, and I think my recruiter obviously knew that. I'm going to answer this question because I think it is something that some people are thinking about, especially since that video I made on Sunday where I talked about you can go into a stall and have some fun. But this person asked, can you masturbate at basic training? And what if you get caught? Will I get in trouble? Serious question. Okay, the answer is yeah, you obviously could. But literally nobody does, because you're just in an environment where it's all guys. And every now and then there'll be like that one guy or so that goes into the bathroom stall and does that, and then pretty much everybody knows about it. Like, somebody's going to go into the bathroom to pee, and they're going to hear that dude away and going on in the bathroom. But anyways, it's kind of funny, and like there are stories of you hear people like, oh god. But yeah, you can obviously, but like there, in my opinion, there's really no reason to. All right, so when I did a 7-year army, I noticed a gay soldier. When I did 7-year army, I noticed a gay. That doesn't make sense. You said you got to do it on a weekly, but I'm telling you, man, like you're gonna be around all guys, like you're gonna be too tired. You're gonna be $2 foot long. Gays should not be allowed in the military. That's what Aaron thinks. I don't think that's true. Anyways, I caught 2 guys kissing the car parking lot near barracks. I mean, I'm not even gonna comment on this. Totally thought this was the new Call of Duty. Yeah, Cynthia. I have my capture card. Alright, so another thing, I talked about this earlier. I'm probably going to live stream Call of Duty tomorrow. My brothers are going to come over to my apartment. But yeah, tomorrow night, I'm probably going to be doing the Call of Duty live stream. I'm not going to make it like a regular thing at all. It's just kind of like a one-time thing. I've had a few of you guys ask me to play it. So anyways. Oh... There's gay hate right now. What's up with that? I don't know. So anyways, how's your brother? Don't you have one that's deployed right now? Yeah, my little brother, the one that I made that video with Airborne School and all of that. Clint, my man, like what in the world is going on with you? About to deploy to Afghanistan, do you have any advice? Yeah, so like my brother is deployed in Afghanistan right now. Somebody just asked about him. I made a video with him before. He is currently deployed. He's in Kandahar, Afghanistan, or Kandahar Air Force Base or whatever. They just got back from a mission recently. They did take contact. They were firing off mortar rounds and stuff at him. He got his combat action badge, which is awesome, but at the same time, he almost blew up. But I've been talking to him, and it's not that bad. So, like, any advice for you going to Afghanistan is that coming from his perspective, I asked him, is it as bad as you thought it was going to be, or like, is it worse than you thought it was going to be? And his answer is no. So for you, like, whatever you're worried about, however bad you think it's going to be, I would say that from other people's experience, it's not going to be as bad as you think. And I think you're going to have a lot more fun than you think. You're going to be doing a whole lot of shooting and doing a whole lot of cool stuff, cool training. And it's going to be one of the best times of your military career. So that's my advice to you. Just enjoy it, especially if you're only planning on doing like the one contract or whatever. Like, anyways. Whoa, The chat got weird fast. How do you donate? There's a little money sign that says super chat. So like where you're chatting, you don't have to do it. I'm just letting you know because you asked. But there's like a super chat button with a money sign, and you can like put in, a certain amount. And I think like the more you donate, the more you can actually say in the chat. I think, and then like the longer it'll be there. So, anyways, Matt, I have a question. Okay, Michael, were you trained in DUSO for CBRN? No, I was not. DUSO for CBRN. And I think you're talking about CBRN as like chemical, biological, radiological, and nuclear. That's what CBRN stands for any of those who don't know. Should I go straight to college or go infantry, use tuition assistance, and then follow or dream of Army engineer? So the question is, go to college or go infantry and then go to college. Mine doesn't have the money sign. I guess if you're on your phone, maybe you can't, but I'm not sure. But anyways, like really the question is like going to college before or after the Army. It kind of just depends on what you want to accomplish in life. I will say that if you think you're going to miss out on college because, I'm going to join the Army at 18 and I'm going to do my 4-year deployment or my 4-year contract, and now I'm going to be 22 being a freshman in college. Like, that is totally normal. Like, a lot of high schoolers, a lot of people who think that if they don't go to college, like, right at that age of 18 or 19 or whatever, that they're going to miss out on the college experience. It is literally, like, the exact same. It's the exact same. Like, people could care less whether you're 19 or 22 or whatever. So, like, it kind of just depends on what you want to do. But if you do that 4-year contract, free college, man, that is awesome. So it depends. Like, if you really want to do college, then You could go infantry, and then you could do the green to gold program and become an officer, be an infantry officer. Anyways. What's up, Mike? Frozen back. Yeah, it froze for a second there. And I think I missed... What's my favorite movie? My favorite... I don't know if I have a favorite movie, but my favorite movie series is the Rocky series, like Rocky Balboa, the boxer. That is always my answer to that question. I just love his movies. I love motivational movies, and coming from the bottom, now I'm here kind of movies. Anyways, I just said that. To donate through your phone, log in through the web or desktop mode. You should see it. Interesting. So that's weird. If do they not have it on the app? I'm gonna see if I can. All right, I'm about to watch myself on this stream. By the way, this is the iPhone 8, as you can see from the glass. I went and checked out the iPhone 10 today, and it looks freaking awesome. This is the iPhone 8. Oh, let me pause myself. So anyways, yeah, like the iPhone 10, like you guys, if you haven't seen it, like go check it out, man. It's freaking awesome. Yeah, apparently on the app you can't do it. Maybe there's a way. No, I don't think so. Anyways, I'm sorry I'm not talking to you right now. Hey, my pictures, never mind. Best Rocky impression? I can't do impressions, y'all. Like, that's not happening. Maybe if someone donates like $50 or $100 or I don't know. I'm just kidding. Don't do that. I have it on the app. You have it on the app. Yeah, like, anyways, I don't want to talk too much about like donating on Super Chat, because I don't want to sound like I'm coming off like, oh, donate on the Super Chat. Like, I appreciate that a lot, but I don't want to sound like I'm asking y'all to donate. Like, y'all watching me and leaving comments and doing all that stuff and liking the video, and that's plenty enough for me. Did you see the new JFX files, Martin Luther King as a literal Marxist? No, I did not. Is that like a conspiracy theory thing or something? That somebody's wife is infantry. I'm falling behind on these comments. Falling behind. November 11th is Veterans Day. Can't wait to eat freebie food. Yeah, I've never like gone out to eat or something on a Veterans Day to do any of that stuff that apparently they do. Like I think maybe like Applebee's, you get like a free something, maybe a free appetizer. There's a lot of places that do that. Did you win any achievements or awards in basic training? Yes. I got best soldier in the platoon, and then the battalion commander gave me a coin for that. That was really cool. And then I went to the board to be the soldier of the cycle, which would be the best soldier in the whole company, and I was like runner up or whatever for that. I was terrible. Like when you go to the board, when you go to the board at basic training anyways, there's all of the drill sergeants there, there's the officers and stuff like that, and they're just going to be drilling you and asking you questions. And for me, like, I just did bad. I just did really bad. Like, the thing is they asked me a bunch of questions about military stuff, and I answered them, and I did really well on that part. But then they started asking me questions about random stuff. So like my first sergeant and my commander and then one of my drill sergeants were all from North Carolina, and they found out I was from North Carolina. So they started asking me all these questions about North Carolina sports, college sports, and all that stuff. And I'm like, I don't know. Like, I honestly, guys, I don't really watch college sports, and I think they didn't like that, so they didn't pick me. It was kind of stupid. But anyways, several females have graduated infantry research blue cord. So yeah, like a lot of females have graduated from basic for infantry and combat arms. There's a whole lot more. I've seen more and more of it. A lot of you guys are leaving comments and stuff that are females saying that they're going to infantry. There's literally a plane going overhead. I don't know if you can hear that, but anyways, I've noticed a lot of girls are doing infantry. And did it pause? Anyways, and from what I've seen is they're all usually pretty well fit enough to do it, and if they're not, then they don't make it. Females don't belong in combat. I made a video on females in the military before, but like literally, guys, like if you join the military and if you ask other people in the military, like all that matters. Like, literally, all that matters is, can you do your job? If you can do your job, who the freak cares? Like, somebody left a comment earlier today, they were worried about, like, their religion having an effect on their military thing or whatever. Like, if you can do your job, then you can do your job. If you're a female and you can't do your job, if you can't pass the PT test, if you can't deadlift the weight that you have to do, I think that they should raise the amount of weight that they should do for the deadlift. But I mean, that's all that matters is, can you do your job? That's it. Yeah, like I'm streaming on this thing, and the stream doesn't ever cut off this much whenever I streamed on my phone. But with this thing, I have this cool little logo in the bottom left-hand corner. That's cool. But anyways. Tyler Kokul. What's the path like becoming an officer? And this is going to be the last question that I'm going to talk about. So the path becoming an officer, for me, going from enlisted to officer has been crazy. I don't even know where to start with this. I feel like I'm like at a loss for words because like keep the PT standards the same, and if they pass, it's all good. Okay, so what was I'm losing my train of thought here. This is, I feel like I'm like dropping the ball on this. I'm dropping the ball. Going from enlisted to officer is a crazy experience. It's like, I don't know, it's like totally changing the world. Like, the military is different in itself, but if you're enlisted in the Army, it's way different than being an officer in the Army. And as I've became a cadet at my unit in the reserves, like, I'm already, like, I'm treated differently. People are calling me sir. It's like super weird. I'm used to being a specialist. I'm used to being a PFC. I'm used to being enlisted. And that transition, and now I am, in the next week or two, going to be officially deemed a 25 Alpha signal officer, going to graduate this May as a second lieutenant, and that's just kind of, it's mind-blowing to me. And a lot of the other people that are cadets, I don't know, they just don't understand the whole enlisted mindset, and I don't know. I feel like I did a horrible job explaining that or talking about that, but yeah, I guess I can make a video about it, and I want to, but anyways. Did they remove diabetes from disqualification? I'm not sure, Michael. I am not sure. That is something that I would have to ask a recruiter. Anyways, so that is going to be it for this video. Thank you, Clint, for the super chat donation. Once again, you donated twice. You are the man. But yeah, I'm going to finish this video off here. Tomorrow night, I'm going to be live streaming, except, like I said before, I'm going to be live streaming Call of Duty because Call of Duty World War II just came out. I've had a few people ask me to live stream it, and I'm going to. So if you want to send me an invite on the Xbox, which I have an Xbox, shoot 'em up, 1993. That is my gamer tag, so you can send me a message on there. And I might play a game or two right now, and then I'll do some more work in a little bit. But thank you guys so much for coming out. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I think I should be able to end the live stream right here. Thank you, Haley. PC culture doesn't belong in the military. Blah, blah. All right, so I got to finish this video off. You guys always get me with your questions. Thank you guys so much. I will see you guys later.